Hello and welcome to episode 20 of Kerbal Speed Program. My name is Jim, and today we're here with Nedley and Dudfin, who have successfully brought this asteroid into Kerbal orbit. But it's pretty funky still. The problem is, this ship gets really wobbly and noodly in this area when it tries to start pushing this asteroid, so this is another failure. So first let's rename our asteroid. This is going to be Low Kerbal Station 1. Alright, but these guys do not get to put it into the proper orbit, because like I said, this ship is not going to do the trick. But let's see, we need to also rescue these guys. Nedden and Philly. They just need to get into low orbit, and then I can transfer them to a landing craft. Then we can deorbit the whole thing and just forget this ship ever existed because it doesn't do the trick. Let's see. Let's see what it's going to take to do that. First, if we target Moon, that'll give us our ascending nodes. That's where we want to make our first burn. Get our plane back on. Whoops. Get our plane back on track. .02, .03, close enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to that position. That is 11 days away. That's how far out we are. Two hours away. Just 117 meters per second, so not that bad. Let's find our marker, a little blue marker. Alright, I know you're around here somewhere. There you are. So this won't take long. And we're so far out that absolute accuracy on our burn is not an issue. I just want to put this into low Kerbal orbit so I can send up a rescue mission to rendezvous with a capsule that can land. Good enough. .07. Yeah, anywhere near the equator is just fine. Although we can actually go and fix that here. Yeah, so it only takes a couple meters per second, so I'm not even going to worry about that. What we do want to do is go to our periaps and just bring this right on down to whatever it needs to be. Let's do 100,000 meters. See, we're still outside Moon's orbit. There we go. Find that retro. And burn this down. And it's going to take a little while. That's not going to be very interesting. So, jump, cut. Okay, we're getting towards the end of our burn. Let's stop it there and take a look. That's a nice little view. Kerbal, Moon, and Sun. Alright, so we want to... It's going to get rid of that. And we want to watch that periaps directly. Bring it down to, like I said, about 100,000. Alright, there we go, 102.99. Okay, that'll work. Let's go ahead and get down there and burn down our apoaps now to match. Make sure I don't go too fast. Traveling at 2,600 right now. Alright, just get on 3,100 meters per second. That needs to go down to about 2,100. So 1,000 meters per second. That burn's gonna be a while. Let's go ahead and start it up. And I will see you guys when I'm near the end. Jump. Cut. Okay, we are here in a nice circular orbit, 104 by 105. I forgot to hit record on the last bit of the burn, so I'm just reporting on this now. So anyway, the next one is this guy. And we need to get him into a proper orbit, so we can rescue these guys. Bartley and Rodbrett. But this is pretty boring. I just need to get to the descending node, change the plane, and then burn in. So I will see you guys after I get close to the actual final orbit. So, jump, cut. Okay, we're closing in on the final velocity we need to 108. This is dropping below 300. So we should have our circular orbit anytime now. .107 there. Don't want that to drop too much. 118.99. So let's go speed up here and do it one more time from the actual periaps, so we don't get too wonky with our orbit. There we go, 104, 10, or 99. That'll work. Alright, let's see what else we need to do. We'll do the actual asteroid last, because we need to send up a new ship to take care of that. But we have some debris here that we might be able to get rid of. Okay, the question, it does have electrical charge now. No, ooh, very, very little fuel. So he needs an actual rescue. Let's just make an attempt here. Let's see if we do. Oh, it's perhaps low enough. That little bit of fuel burned here might just get it within the atmosphere. Oh no, it says it's throttled up. Huh, I wonder why that fuel didn't burn. Let's try it anyway. If not, we'll have to send up a ship to grab it and deorbit it, just to get rid of all this excess debris. Keep our orbits clean. Alright, let's just twist over to retrograde and see if we can get even the smallest burn out of this. Got a little burn. 74, we did drop, but not enough. Okay, so that one's a lost cause. I think I might be able to do something with some of these. Throttle down. Because I did have solar panels on a lot of these. Yes, I do have one on this one. And it looks like a good chunk of fuel. 83,000. Drop that right in, perfect. Alright, so that one's going down. Let's try this one. Yeah, this is the one I left a little bit of fuel in. Have an electrical charge. Let's find retrograde. Wow, electrical charge is going down even as I speak. That's what I need to do. I need to get these solar panels facing the sun. They're only on one side. Alright, but let's get into position. And burn. I think that little wobble means that I'm going to fall. Yes, I am. Alright, so we're getting rid of some of this debris. Let's see what this one is. Throttle down, then switch. Yeah, this is the other one. It has some charge. Get on retrograde, twist the solar panels into the sun. And burn. And bingo, that one less piece of debris. Alright, who else do I have? I think that might... Oh, here's one that needs deorbiting. I was gonna say that might be it, but there might be a couple more, so we'll do this. Jump into one of our manned spacecraft, do an orbit, and see what's been cleared out. It's already dropped into the atmosphere. Excellent. Alright, can I even switch? No, can't switch vessels while in the atmosphere. That's fine. There's one that's in interplanetary space that I can't do anything about. Alright, I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Let's go and watch a little bit of Fireball. We haven't had this for a little bit. And then I'll move on to the next step of this big Kerbal orbit cleanup. Very nice. Alright, now... Okay, that one's crashing. I think everyone else has crashed. Except for that one I need to go out and grab personally. I got these two guys waiting in orbit. I have my asteroid that needs... I need to send out a new tug to that. So let's go ahead and design that. That's our next step. Go into the VAB. And pull up Asteroid Tug 2, which is also a failure. So all this is the problem. I think that's fine. But we need to do something else with that. This is just connected directly to the pod. I don't think we'll get the twistiness that we had with these reaction wheels and batteries. But we have the reaction wheels on the engines. So I think if we just get rid of that. Yeah, and just... No, let's not even tempt fate that way. Let's just use these guys here. We'll double them up. Or 400, yeah, let's use the big ones. There we go. Lots of charge. Alright, anything missing? Alright, so this is asteroid tug number 3. Save that. Send it up into space. Well, Bob and Bill in there, but they can go this time. Alright, SAS on. Throttle to 2/3, I believe, and then it'll throttle down a bit to let the solids burn out first. 3, 2, 1, lift off. Just so these guys are out in space and don't keep hopping in the pod before all the other guys. Alright, this should be routine, so I'll see you guys when we get into space. Jump, cut, okay, I am in orbit. I just need to rendezvous with the asteroid now. And the way I want to do that basically is extend my orbit out to essentially the Yeah, to the descending node. So we'll do that at the ascending node. Center on Kerbin there. So we want to do it there. And just burn out. And then match that as closely as possible. Getting a moon encounter there, but that's okay. Because right here is where I'm going to burn to try to match the orbit. And that will get me away from the moon. So 883 meters per second. 19 minutes away. Alright, get right there. Get on the blue marker, which is going to be prograde way over here. And at 150 I'll start burning at half thrust. And that should get me a pretty good matchup. Let's take a look at the ship. Now let's get our... I didn't do action groups when I rebuilt this. Let's get our solar panels extended before we use up all this battery. Although, we have plenty, so I doubt we'd use it too fast. Even if we turn on all the lights. There we go. And a little late for the burn, but that's okay. Let's do a little above 50%. And I will see you guys at the end of the burn. Jump. Cut. Okay, we're almost there. I dropped my earlier stage and left enough fuel in it so that it can get back into Kerbin's atmosphere. So we won't have that piece of debris. Just have to wait for this to kind of match up there. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. I just want to watch that. And when this dotted line is minimized. Alright, so that's where we need to get to. Center on this guy. Oh, that's not good. My target is intersecting the moon. Alright, so I'm glad I'm getting this done. I need to get this done sooner rather than later. Move up a little bit more. Alright, now we need to make a burn that's essentially... to match here. That's kind of close enough. And then we need to definitely extend it. Alright, there we're about opposite. I want to try to meet it somewhere over there, so we can do something before it collides with the moon. Okay, that is getting it closer. Alright, need some more south. Alright, here's where the intersect is getting closer. And whoop. Very sensitive, but we can work with this. We can get this burn out of the way, and then somewhere around here, do the one that will match our orbits enough to get a good intersect down here before we collide with the moon. We need 380 meters per second. There's our marker. 23 minutes to burn. Alright, let's do this. I'll see you guys near the end of this burn. Jump. Cut. Okay, we're closing in on the end of our burn. I think once again I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the actual node and just watch what's going on. This closing in with that is the big thing. So right... I think that's what I want, because somewhere down here I will be close. It's just the fact that I have we're both intersecting isn't showing this closeness there. So, I think I'm good enough to go ahead and go around. And just go by our actual distance. Make sure I do not burn through this. Somewhere in here. Target, 329 meters per second difference. Got plenty of delta V, so let's go ahead and try to work out an intercept from here. Cut down the relative velocities, and then get a burn towards it. See, we are 2 million meters away. Should I do this? I'll split the difference and push the vector away. And finish killing the last of this off and then burn directly towards it. See what this does. Alright, what? Yeah, because this is coming from way out there, so it does slow me down. Looks like I have a pretty good intersect there, if this will ever kind of... Okay, that is going down. So that's what I'm looking for, is this kind of decent intercept that I can manipulate from up close. So we'll let this go down as far as it's going to go. And it looks like it's going pretty darn low. Alright, so that's pretty much what we need. Let's go ahead and get there. Because our differences at that point are going to be pretty severe. So I'll have to cut this velocity once again. 400 meters per second delta V. Yeah, 3 minutes away, that should be enough time to do the burn. Alright, I'll see you guys near the end of this burn. Jump, cut. Okay, we are closing in on our velocity vector. I'm just kind of pushing the retrograde towards the target. There we go, that should leave us, since we're still about 36 kilometers away, that will leave us enough velocity to get an intersect. Again, it's not really showing a whole lot because of these future encounters with Moon. So we're just going to kind of rely on eyeballs here. So let's watch that. Okay, we're within a couple kilometers. Let's cut this velocity down to 0 now. And close this up. About 5 should do. Let's get ready to slow it down. Alright, now we're in RCS range of everything. Get into chase camera mode so we can adjust this by eyeball. Target center of mass. Arm our grabber. Also control from there. Okay, good. The ship's on the other side, so I can grab the asteroid from this side without interference. And the center of mass looks like it's targeting the other tug, so let's point down. Slow down a bit. Let's get this below. Okay, there we go. 0.4. Point down. Somewhere in there should be good. Alright. We can adjust that later, but I want to do dock with this in place because I want to transfer at least most of the fuel. See which one is which here. Okay, this is the one without the batteries there, so that's definitely the one that wants the fuel. And it took it all, but that's okay because we can use these baby tanks to put some more. So these are full. I'm gonna definitely need more to get these guys home. So I'll be right back after I transfer enough fuel into here to accomplish that. Jump, cut. Okay, I've transferred all the fuel I need. And now, it's time to cut these guys loose. So they can go home. Just first back away from the asteroid. And then let's switch back to here. We need to pivot and get on center of mass. Alright, I need to be ready to lock it once I get in position there. A little bit to the left. There we go. Alright, now let's see. Control from here. Or we control from there too. Now let's see, can we push this guy around without the kind of issues that have been plaguing us in all these previous missions? So let's set up our maneuver. Yeah, we need to... Oh, that's right, we need to get out of the way of the moon first. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be an issue pretty quickly, so let's go ahead and just do a retro burn here. Wow, that's ridiculous before we have a get out of... let's try it. Still a bit wobbly trying to twist it, but that's okay. It's not as bendy here as it used to be. That's a big thing. Alright, let's get back to the marker. The question is, when I thrust, what will the reaction be? Okay, SAS on. Let's go ahead and start thrusting and see if that gives us some kind of control. A little bit of wobbliness, but not too bad. Let's go ahead and keep it here for now. See what it does on its own. Okay, it's coming back. It's thinking it was going to drift to the left, but it came back on its own. It does want to pull a little bit to the left. We're actually getting pretty good progress on our Delta V without too much fiddling, so I'm pretty happy with it so far. Probably need to shorten this up and stiffen it, maybe some struts leading from the capsule to there. Or just a single long beam. I'm not sure if we have that yet, but we should, because after this is in place, we can start planning, and I build the base around it. We can use that to start planning our interplanetary missions and get a lot more science. Finish unlocking the tech tree, get the really big parts that can finally move those E-class asteroids, and get this whole mission to put asteroid bases around every body in the solar system underway. Okay, let's push this a little bit, see if that causes any issues. And it still seems pretty steady. Still plenty of fuel. Let's go cut that out and get a nice shot of this. Finally working. And where's the moon? There, there's the moon that we're trying to avoid. Not far now from missing that encounter. There we go. Alright, let's do something with these guys. Okay, let's switch to these guys and fix them before they get trapped by the moon or sent out into interstellar space. Or rather, interplanetary. Oh, this is the probe. That's not what I want. I want... There's another ship around here somewhere. Asteroid Tug 2, that's it. Yeah, this is the one that doesn't work. Alright, so we need to do basically the same... that actually isn't a tragedy. They just kind of get sent out farther, but let's go ahead and burn them in. Retro burn. And they're much lighter, so this is a lot quicker for them. And then we can bring them into a low orbit for rescue as well. Alright, there we have it. A little bit of cleanup, a little bit of asteroid rescue. But that should do it for episode 20 of Kerbal Speed Program. Next episode, we'll put this in a proper orbit. I think about 200,000 meters. Put the asteroid in a proper orbit. Get these guys rescued and start building the actual base on the asteroid for interplanetary missions. Keep wanting to say interstellar. But yeah, so that will be next episode. For this episode, I want to thank you for joining me. My name is Jim. Have a great day.